Like basically, you see all the striations of. It's basically like just light. So we're gonna do a sketch with paint, and then we're gonna start putting in the details. I'm gonna use probably a light brown because most of it is in a brown tone. So I can work with a light brown and then put in the darker colors. So there it
But
is.
how do, there's a lot of, the background is very light. So,
So we're gonna water down the paint, and
Ah,
yeah, we're gonna water down the paint using. I got my spray bottle, um, and then we're just gonna drag it, just drag it across, like if it was a either a glare or a reflection.
but are you toning the paper first to get the background color?
Um, I'll probably do it after with maybe an off white. So I'll probably just put in a little bit of uh light brown to the white or something, and just add a lot of water because you want it to make it'll probably looks like a watercolor basically. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing and let me spotlight for everybody. So I'm gonna add brown and white. Let's spray this with water. So let's just use. I'm using my big brush. It's stiff. So my big brush is a 1 inch flat. That's it. A 1 inch flat brush. It almost smells like chocolate. I don't know for some reason. Or maybe that's just me. So let's just first get the horizon, which is I'm thinking the bridge. This is just to establish where everything is going. You can basically say this is like underpainting. Where I have my rough sketch, and I just want to define most of the buildings and where they're at. Yeah, this brush is not really helping me. I'm gonna change because it's too stiff. So my next big brush is it has a chiseled edge and it's a half an inch. A chiseled flat brush. The flat brush is good for these because you get a nice straight line, nice angular. This one. And you can always add a little bit of brown into it just to differentiate the buildings, so you can know exactly where you're at. So if you want to make it a little darker, add a little bit more brown. I actually had to, I did a wood burn of the bridge once before. Oh my God, it was so much detail. Like not only the line, the what is it, suspension cables, but also the bricks. The bricks on the bridge is like so much detail. I wanted to make it look really good. So, and it wasn't a small piece either. It was a 16. I think it was a 16 by 16 piece, or maybe 20. I'm not sure. I know it was pretty big. So let's do the Empire States. Remember, this doesn't have to be perfect now. It's just, you're just mapping out everything, and then you can start adding in the colors, the details, the different tones. So now I'm just spraying some water here, and I'm just wetting the brush with the water that's here. And I'm just gonna grab this just to have this little part blurry in the background here as well. Let me just spray water here again. And I'm just using the water. I'm not adding paint. I want to dilute this paint over here. So this is basically acting as a background color as well for these buildings and the cityscape. I'm just trying to fill these in over here. Now I'm just going to spray this with water again and do the reflections. So this is basically water and just using what I already have here. So you can see the paint right here, and I'm just adding water right below it just to dilute it. And it's just basically a wet brush with whatever paint is still on the brush. And this is what I'm using to stain the paper. I'm trying to stain the background up here. So what's good about me going in a different direction for the background is that it stands out from the rest of the building because most of it is it's basically horizontal, no, vertical marks. So now that I'm adding horizontal strokes, I'm able to make it stand out more. And actually, the paper that I'm using right now, this is a watercolor paper that I'm using. So that's why you see all this texture in there. So now that I did the underpainting, now I can start going in with more details. So I'm gonna use some red, some yellow, some blue, and I'm just gonna play around with these colors. So now I'm just gonna start darkening some areas, adding brown, just to make it stand out a little more. And now I'm just creating these cables. I'll probably add some red to the brown just to make it give it a little punch. A little bit of yellow here too. A little bit of yellow. And what we're really doing, we're just playing around with the colors. The sun is probably coming from the right. It's hitting the buildings on the right side, so you have all these nice warm reflections, and then in the background is where you have the cool colors, so that it can show distance. But then you also have the tone of the buildings is orange. But what I also recommend, the best painters are drawers. So if you draw, like if you draw a lot, that's gonna make you a better painter. So if you find classes that teach you like to draw, to train your eye to see details, that's gonna really help you with your paintings. So any drawing class that you can take from observation is great. Or whenever you have a chance, and you see something nice that you want to draw, go ahead and draw it. Try to get as much detail as you can. Even the tiniest detail will make your work even better. So let's wet my brush. I still have water here from the last one. I'm actually gonna use that. I just wet the bottom of my brush. I kind of like these colors here, so I'm just gonna read that out in the reflection. And I'm just basically having fun over here. Now I'm gonna clean my brush, start playing with the blue tones. So we have like 20 minutes, 20 minutes left. So right now I add some blue. rest of it is so I'm just adding some water to this so make it more transparent and liquidy. So I'm looking for the dark areas where there is some type of blue tone. So now I'm just going to change my brush to a thinner brush so I can start getting more details. So the brush I have here is a 501 brush. It says 5/0. So let's see. I'm gonna mix some brown with some blue. Dark tone. I'm gonna pour a little. We're also going to be using whites to go back in to these colors and adding highlights and details. Back with the brown. Now I'm just adding some yellow to the brown. So we have this side which is a little bit light. Some red to that. So we can change it. So right now I just want to add some more darks so it could define this painting more. So you can see what's in the foreground, and you have some substance from the foreground to the background. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to make it look believable. Make it look make it look almost exactly like the Brooklyn Bridge. So now we can go back into the buildings. Some more definition. If you ever get a chance to walk the Brooklyn Bridge, I would do it at least once. The only thing why is because it gets very crowded. Um, actually, bike ride across it, and it was packed.
You can't bike across it anymore.
Oh no!
No, they made a bike path in the road.
Oh wow!
It's much better. It's much safer for both the bicyclists and the pedestrians.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I usually go on the Manhattan Bridge because the Manhattan Bridge there's nobody there. Like nobody really crosses that walking. So that's why I like going there. Everybody's in the Brooklyn Bridge walking across, and I kind of like it that way. You know, it's I get across quicker. But I didn't even know that they created bike lanes in the road. That's different.
So now there are only 2 lanes on the roadway.
Oh wow! So
And
they
it's actually nice for bicyclists because there's a separation like that cement thing.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's safer. That's good.
Yeah, no, it's much better for everybody.
I'm sure the traffic is not as good for the people that come in.
We have to keep we have to keep those tourists alive.
For real. Yes. Oh my God. There's so many tourists that come to the bridge. It's yeah, it's really
That's
crazy.
a good thing.
Yeah, the economy. Huh? But that's good that they get to enjoy, a part of New York. I actually like to bike up up the West Side Highway because they have bike lanes, and it goes all the way to the George Washington Bridge, where underneath the George Washington Bridge they have a lighthouse. It's called the Little Red Lighthouse, and I love like it actually takes me about 7 hours to get from here to that bridge, the George Washington Bridge. Because I usually take my time. I like to enjoy, the scenery, and then also take pictures and also eat my lunch because.
I
But
think
that's
you can bike, I think you can bike all around Manhattan now.
oh wow, yeah. I don't really go into the city. I stay out around the outskirts of the city.
No, I mean around on the waterway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, up the west side, all the way around and down on the east side.
Oh
I think
yeah, the FDR. Yeah, I like going down the FDR as well. They have some bike lanes there too. It's very fun. You get to enjoy a lot of New York, and while you're driving, you don't really get to appreciate, you know, all that. You miss a lot of things. You're always getting from one point to the other, and you don't get to enjoy what's around. I love looking around and seeing new things. That's like the best part. And like me being a New Yorker, let's see. The first time I've been to the Empire State Building, I was like 20 some 25, and that was my first time. And a lot of New Yorkers don't really enjoy what they have around them. They'll they'll just work basically all the time. They don't go out and see what's around them. They're missing out. They're missing out on a lot of beautiful things. So now this is super dark. I actually want to go and ride from the Bronx all the way over here. That's what I plan on doing in the summer. In the middle of the summer. Let's let's lighten that up a little. I'm gonna clean my brush. Some white to this blue. This. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. So we're gonna have to start our culminating. But I just want to lighten this up a little bit. And for the highlights, you have all these little highlights in between. You could add white or yellow. this is what probably brings all this to life. Highlights. Bridge highlight. It's a lot of give and take. Remember, you can always come back. White, let it dry, go back over it. All right, so we're gonna start our culminating events. You know when you're invested in a painting and you don't want to leave it? But let's see if we can go through the culminating event and just work around. All right. So this aside, and I'm gonna stop. Does anybody want to share what they have?
I will. It's not done, but
Let's see. Let's show everybody. Oh, nice.
it's not done, but
Yeah, it's a beginning.
sure.
Great.
You
Thank
did
you.
that with acrylics?
Yeah, very washed out.
Wow.
It's the paper. That's why.
I did it wet on wet.
Okay.
So
What
it's
type
very,
of
you know, so
paper is
it was
that?
very drippy, like
Yeah.
watercolor.
Well,
Cool.
what type of paper
Thanks.
is that?
Mixed media.
Yeah. What's the weight on it?
Um, hang on. It's Canson. It's 98 pound. It's good paper.
Yeah, I think it's not that heavy, so that's why it's very like watery.
Yeah, if I had known what we were doing, I would have gotten some watercolor paper out, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Committed myself before I knew what we were up against. But I like it anyway.
Yes. All right, Pearl.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Let's see, Pearl. Oh, nice. I love the colors.
Hot dog.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like a, what is it? A palette, a pale palette, like plat
It looks a little better in real life. It
yes.
looks a little more defined because it looks really not at all defined. Because I'm afraid of commitment.
But
I
thank
just
you for
wanted to
sharing with us.
I just wanted to say I have this palette that it's a plastic palette that comes with a cover, a snap-on cover, and I
Yes,
kept it in the refrigerator all week, and the paint stayed wet
yes,
without any
great.
without any paper towels or anything like that.
That's great.
Just has a snap-on cover.
That is so good. Yes, that's a stay wet palette. That's how you keep your paint wet, especially acrylic. All right, so I'm gonna start the presentation. All right. All right. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Welcome. Thank you for thank you to Mail Basin for having this program with us and Lifetime Arts. Also, thank you guys for showing up and being a part of this. It's been great, and it's great to see how each and every one of you have grown, like in different different paintings and different styles. And I'm just glad that you guys never really complained about anything. Like if you had a challenge, you would face it head on, and that's like one of the most hardest thing to do is to see something hard and then try it anyway and see what your result is. But with painting in any different medium or anything, it's not about being difficult. It's about trying. You know, as long as you try, you will always you will always do your best. And then after you finish painting the first painting, your next painting is going to be even better. So that's all I want you to do is just try your best, and this is what we have. So let's go to our first slide, and this is Barbara. Is Barbara here?
I don't, no, I don't see.
I'm here.
Barbara. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Here I
there she
am.
goes.
I'm here.
Yes, I love this painting.
Thank you.
Yes, you did a great job. I love the characters. I love the mood of it. It's just amazing.
Thank you.
And I just love the way you blended the colors together. And it's almost like when it's raining outside, right? And you're wearing glasses and your glasses get wet and you're trying to look through the rain and this is what you get. You know, is that's great. This is a great job. I love how you did the reflections on the floor with the colors. Uh, what do you feel about this? How do you feel about this painting?
At the end, I liked it. While I
Yeah.
was doing it, I was like, oh, my colors aren't going right. They're not going right. And then I just followed your picture and just tried, it didn't come exactly like the picture, but I tried to get the colors that I saw, the purples, the blues, the oranges, the yellows. and just put it all together.
I also like the figures. Like she is more towards the warm side, and he is more towards the cool side, and you
Yeah.
separated them. Like you see they on the opposite sides.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's more. It's like a balance, basically.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you
No,
so much.
no, thank you.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next. And Anne, are you there? Oops, go back. And
I'm here.
you there?
I'm here. Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, this is like to me the best piece that you did. I just love the way you use the colors, um, how you constructed the face and separated. It's almost like two different people, but you don't get to see the warmer side of the person. You get this nice, um, shadowy figure, and I love the way you use the colors. Great job.
Thank you so much, Freddie.
What do you think? How you feel about it?
Well, this I didn't want to do at all because this was really out of my comfort zone. But once I got into it, I was like, hey, I really like this.
I'm glad. I'm so glad that you it wasn't in your comfort zone, but you did great.
Thank you.
So yeah, I
I have a
love
good
this piece.
teacher. I have a good teacher.
Thank you, thank you. Uh, let's go to the next. Gail, I try to get some weird backgrounds to make the painting stand out. So this is in Dubai, and they have a big frame, and so I try to warp the picture into the frame. Uh, I try my best, but I really, you said this is your best piece. I agree. I mean, the way you use your colors, and I know you have fun with this piece. You can tell like how much work you put into it, and I just really love this piece a lot. What do you think about it, Gail?
Well, it was my favorite piece from the whole time. Um, and it scared me to death to do it. But it took me 5 different sittings to do something and let it totally dry so I could see the final color before I could go forward.
Yeah. I know
So,
you have I know you have problems with colors,
mhm.
and I don't feel that in this case. Like just the way you use the tones to make it pop. With the tones that you use is basically the colors that brought the tones out. So I don't know. I feel in the same way that you tackled this piece, you felt you horrified. It's like it's the same way as the painting. She's taking her last breath underwater, and the bubble is your art piece. You know that um last breath of air is created by the bubble, and that's the same way that you felt about the art
Mhm.
when you were doing it. So does it make sense?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I mean, but thank you so much for sharing. This is a great piece. I hope you save this one.
Yeah, I did. I saved everything. I put it into a journal.
Nice. So I hope to see you again next class. Let's I'm gonna move on to the next piece. And this is basically all the other pieces that I've gotten um, since. The butterfly I love on the top left with the different colors. That's yours, Gail, right?
Yeah. No, that
No?
the chicken's mine, but maybe it is. I don't.
That
I don't
one's
know.
mine.
Yeah, I
That one,
don't. Because that background's not mine.
Yeah.
Who
I
did
also
the
love
Who did the monkey? That monkey's really cool.
that was
That's me, Barbara.
Oh,
yes.
that's. I
You.
love it.
Thank you, Gil.
I love the work that everybody created this class. Yeah, did an amazing job. I'm glad that I was a part of it and I was able to share this with you guys. And you also, shared a lot with me, and we learned together basically with the last class. Um, Rhonda, you had your hand raised. You wanted to share with us?
Oh, yeah, it was just the painting from, that we were doing today.
All right, let's see. Oh, nice.
I love the sky.
It looks like a little island, like an island all by itself.
Stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Stop.
great.
yeah, it was fun. It was fun just to be loose.
Yes. Yeah, this painting is it's not so meticulous, so detailed. Everybody had their chance to shine basically, and it's all about having fun and just enjoying the moment.
Right, right.
you said that those were the only paintings that you got?
Yes.
Because I sent a bunch of them.
So did I. I didn't, I sent,
Yeah,
I
and
sent
that's,
3.
I sent it to the email that you gave us.
Me too. I sent 3.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I sent,
I got yours, and
I sent 3 or 4.
yeah, I didn't get. Let me see if it went to. See, this is what I don't like. Like it goes
It could have
direct.
gone to spam.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what happened. I didn't even see them. Let me see. Let me go right now. Ah, I. Oh wow. Yeah. Yep. I got them here in my spine. Would you want to share on here? Oh, I
Freddie,
love.
what was the, what were you gonna do with the excess paint? Maybe I missed that. When you said you were gonna do something at the end with all the dried paint or something?
Oh yeah, we did acrylic skin.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, we used the skin to create a monkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, you wasn't here. It was last class.
Yeah, yeah. So did you just scrape off the paint and glue it on, or?
Well, for me, I had a problem because it stuck to my palette paper, so I had to cut it out and then use it like that. I would put acrylic on the back side of it, and then I'll also put acrylic on the paper so that it can stick. But I would use the color that reference to that part of the animal.
Oh, nice, nice. Sorry, I missed that one.
I'm sorry that you.
Freddy, you're frozen.
Yeah, I thought it.
So did you want to see the ones we were going to share?
Yes, please. Please share. Let's see. All right. What's, let me see in the spotlight. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I love that. What are those
Iris.
Very pretty.
iris? Nice.
Really nice.
You're
Yeah.
an expert at irises. You're an expert at them.
Great job. Wow,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's my thing is Iris. And this is one I did in class.
Oh, oh yes. I love that bench.
You
That
know,
bench.
at first I didn't like it at all. And the more I looked at it, I really like it.
Yeah, it has character. Like, if you were to go like to Central Park, and it looks like it would be in Central Park, like by a rocky stone wall, and it's beautiful. It just has so much character. I don't know, like the way the wood looks on it, like it's been there. It has.
I love that painting because it's very impressionistic.
Yeah, I would have probably put that one up for the culminating. Let's let's
And
see.
this is, and I did this one just because I had too much paint.
Wait, let me see. I'm gonna spotlight that. Oh
I had too
wow!
much paint.
You just play with what shapes and figures. That's nice.
But you know, this looks like a fish and it
A fish,
didn't.
yes. I was
It
gonna
wasn't
say that.
intended, but it wasn't intended to.
Mm, I love that. That sounds like something I should put in another class. I'm gonna take that idea.
Okay. I'll,
Thank you. All right. Pearl, you got some of the homework you want to share with us?
I don't know, they're all over my walls, like they're taped up. And I shared them, you know, when we did them, so. And I sent you three of them. I sent you the monkey, the park bench, and the scene, you know, looking down the trees and the water on one side. But I wanted to say about the one with, the reason I sent you those was because I felt like you know, I learned something by doing them. Because the one with the park bench, I put down too much dark color, but I was able to cover it, and
Yeah.
I think that was going to happen. And also, like I told you at the time, using the red, because you said look at the details, and I put some red on the bench, and I really liked the way it just brought it to life, and it made such a difference. So thank you for, like, you know, you teach us, and that's helps us when we're stumbling, we can figure out how to go pick up and go on. So thank you.
Thank you. Oh, I want to show you the paint. I want to show you that paint that I was talking about. I'm gonna go get it quick so I can show you. But it's very just gotta be very careful.
So while he is collecting the paint that he wanted to show you, I just wanted to thank everyone for participating in our art program. I emailed a link to everyone from the Lifetime Arts organization. They asked for feedback, so I was wondering if you know, at your convenience, if you could answer the online survey that I sent in the email to you, just to let
Absolutely.
them know how the program, how you like the program, and just be as honest as possible and tell them what you think that they should do to improve on it.
Have it ongoing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
Thank you so much, Christina.
You're very welcome. Thank you
Compared
for,
to
thank you.
compared to some of the other classes, this is this is pretty smooth sailing with you and getting the recordings also, especially the
Oh,
recordings.
I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Thank you again.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Oh, okay. The flexible textile. Can you pull it back a little bit, Freddie? There he goes. Okay, yeah. Flexible textile and leather paint.
So right here, okay, it says right here, warning, cancer and reproductive hormone. Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, this paint is everything, but it causes a lot of damage. So you got to be very careful with it. Like right after handling this, I had to wash my hands because right, I I have it separate, and then I have this paint. This is like a sign paint. It's for like any type of like signs, but it also has a lot of warning labels as well. I'm sure you have to use this under uh, a lot of ventilation. It's part of, I think it's an enamel paint basically. So this is another enamel paint that I have. It says you can't even read the instruction. This also causes cancer. So yeah, enamel paint. And to think, I used to use this paint to paint model cars. So yeah, these are the brushes that I got for it. They're nice animal hair. They're not synthetic. Let's see.
Freddie, do you know if you have another class coming up?
Well, I was supposed to have a charcoal class on Tuesdays, but they canceled that. It was in person, and I don't know about any more virtual for now. So
Okay.
hopefully in the future. So right now, I need to lighten a lot of this up because it's getting dark.
Christina,
Yes.
hi,
Hi.
this is Rhonda. I didn't get the recordings. Is there any way I can get them?
Yes, I can forward them to you. No problem.
Okay, you have my email, right?
Yes, let me just make certain about it.
I'll put it back into the chat again.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Christina.
You're very welcome. Yeah, what I could do is I can send everyone all of the recordings from the classes.
That'd be great.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you again, Christina. Christina, you've been the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for offering to do that, because then you can just save one file instead of 6 or 7. So that's really
Exactly.
sweet of you.
Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. Let me see, I'll go in right now so I can
Yeah, I couldn't really do this without you, Christina. So thank you very much.
I'm so glad I was able to work things out. I'm really sorry about the not being able to make the split screen like everyone was telling me earlier. I I mean, I asked the people at the Creative Aging, where I forgot the lady's name, Rania.
Yeah.
They pretty much had mentioned that it's not quite possible. I mean, the host can do it, but not co-host or not for another person. Like
Well, I
with me,
guess that's something that I have to look into because
yeah,
I'm not even sure how to do that.
I know. Um,
I
but
wish I wish they had like a workshop for teaching artists so that we can learn these little tricks,
right.
you know.
Do you have the information for the Lifetime Arts ink? Maybe if you maybe they can offer some assistance to help with the Zoom programming.
Um, I I think I have to be registered with them. I'm
Oh,
yeah, I'm not registered with them.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's my next thing to be registered with them.
Right, right.
I was lucky enough to be a part of Garrison Beach Library branch
Yes.
before Lifetime Arts, and then word got around, and then I started teaching at different branches.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of great classes there, Freddie. I remember those days.
Yes, I remember too.
It was terrific.
I kind of I miss John. John was
Ah,
an artist.
right.
I think he was gonna.
I thought you'd say you missed me.
Always,
Good. I miss you too.
always. No, the improvement that you have done, like over the years, wow, that's
But
great.
you know better than anybody, and it's just been so much fun. It's
Yeah,
really
it's so good to see like where you was and then where you're at, like
yeah.
because even like even me, like the first time I did my wood burning, it wasn't really to what like I like now, and to see the change is like it's unbelievable. Like the amount of progression that I've done.
Sure. Well,
That's
I also went to your show that
yes.
time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And those were like my first pieces. That was my first one man show.
Are you going to be at the Art Mageddon this weekend or any of that?
Art Mageddon. What's that?
That's a thing they have in Brooklyn. I think it starts on it's June 26th.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, people were talking about it in the class the other day, in charcoal class. And well, I think Ellen Heafy, she's in this class. She was talking about it. And I thought of you because I thought that's like the perfect venue for you. You should look it up, Art Mageddon, like Armageddon, but it's art.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's just, bands and artists from, I guess, all over the city showcasing their work.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I thought of you, and that's why I wanted to ask you if you were going to be at that this weekend.
Yeah, I wish. Like this weekend, I have to work on a couple of commissions and try to finish them up. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go check it out and see. Hopefully for next year.
Yeah, apparently, from what I read, I think this is maybe the third year or even longer, but it's
Oh
been on
wow.
for a while.
I never even heard of that. That's crazy. Well, it sounds fun. I know that. That sounds fun. I would love to
Yeah.
be there. Where you get to network with other artists. That's amazing.
And just for you to get the exposure, people see what you're doing.
Yeah. Right now, I'm just trying to promote my Instagram. I'm getting my website finalized. Uh,
Do you have a name for it or anything yet, or?
yeah, it's called Arts by Santiago.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, artsbysantiago.com.
okay.
I put it in the chat.
Thanks.
Yeah, it has most of my in my gallery. I have some new stuff, and then from my first show, and then I have an article that I was interviewed by a local newspaper.
Huh. That's great.
It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
But little by little, I'm gonna start adding more to that.
So at the end of this class, what I'll do is I'm gonna save this recording and get it up onto YouTube, and then I'll include the link in the email. I'll try to get all of them into one email. That way you won't have like a whole bunch of separate things. I'm trying to find all of the paintings that Freddie had put up for us.
I can resend you all of them.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
I'll include that in the email as well, so everyone will have the samples, and I can continue working, doing stuff with it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm gonna really miss this class.
Yeah. We are
It was
too.
a lot of fun.
It's
Thank
nice.
you. You can tell that I'm not really a cityscape type of person, but I try. I try my best, and I just have fun with it. I'm also thinking about putting the American flag over here on the top of the bridge
Oh yeah.
because they usually have that on the top. Thank you again, Mira. Sorry that you have to leave.
We really appreciate everyone participating in the program with us. We really love being able to have the opportunity to be able to hire artists to teach our communities, people in our communities.
And other places.
Yes, absolutely.
She's from Ohio.
I know. I have to say that's one thing about um, doing virtual programs, being able to reach a much wider audience from other
Yes,
states and other countries even. We've been very fortunate, and it sort of helps, let other people know, politicians and others know that, there are a lot of people who won't, they don't have the means to
fun.
to sign in and like be part of a membership or something like that, and that the libraries really are doing something and helping people and providing an outlet for everyone and connecting everyone together. I really appreciate, that's some of the things that we can let the Lifetime Arts organization know is, it's greatly appreciated and needed,
Definitely. This
Without
is
a
a
doubt.
great, it's a great, it relaxes you. It's, when you're learning and you're trying new things and it's exciting and it's just gives you a chance to venture into something different that, and try new things and also something that you might enjoy.
And it's a good discipline because if you have homework and that kind of thing, it's just, it makes you, of course with joy, but it makes you sit down and take the time for yourself
Yes.
and do that. And I know for me, that's, a huge thing to take the time for me like that.
Like some people are used to having a schedule and no, especially if you're home and you retired and you want to enjoy your life, you know, there's just so much you can clean in your house. You know, you
Yes.
can't be cleaning all the time. You want to do something fun. So it's great to have these programs that you can enjoy these different activities.
I create more than I clean
Me too. Me too.
because that is something I don't have. My son does, it's his house, so I keep his house clean, but there's no kids coming over and parents picking up kids in your home, and there's none of that anymore. So this is an adult house with a lot going on.
Yes.
And because of the Brooklyn Public Library and me, I used to go to the library to take these classes online at the library. And my son got tired of taking me to the library, and he says, and this was what he said: "My God, Mom, how many hours are you going to spend at the library a week?" I said, "Well, then buy me a computer." And
Yes.
that, for my birthday that year, which was right at the height of the pandemic, he bought me a computer for my birthday and Christmas present and said, "Here, this will pay for itself and what I was spending in gas."
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So I said, "Thank you so much." But I mean, it was like, yeah, he put me on his iPad, and I started doing that a little bit, but the screen wasn't as big as a computer. And so he's for Christmas last year, I'll tell you, he got me watercolor paper, a gorgeous set of brushes and paints and stuff that I never would have spent the money on that. And I just cried. And he's the one that got me this cross stitch kit that I'm working on. And he said, "I haven't seen you do anything Christmas for yourself for a while, and that's why I bought that for you." And I was like, "Oh my God." I mean, it was all art stuff. I've
he
never
know,
had I've
he
never
knows
had anything like that.
he knows you. He knows you.
Yeah, well, he's really paying closer attention since I'm living with him.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very thoughtful son.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
this is a first. I mean, yeah. So,
Well, good for you.
yeah, that's what
Yes.
I say because I'm shocked.
And now he gets to hang that monkey in his bathroom.
Oh, I know it. I just, oh my God. I just can't even believe he put that in his bathroom.
Oh.
It's very therapeutic, all this art.
It is.
All right. So far, what do you think of my abstract cityscape?
I
I
think
like it,
it's one of the
Freddy.
best.
I really like it.
I
It's
do too. I love it.
rough. It's rough, like New York. We rough. You know, we got that rough skin. We take we take it and we keep on moving. We strong. New York strong.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
look what it has in it.
Yes.
I mean,
It has beauty and it has what
look
else?
what's still standing in there.
Yes,
And I'm not even from New York, and I recognize that.
the
Mhm.
Brooklyn Bridge. It's been here since what, the 18 or it's longer than that. I think 17,
1886.
1886.
Wow.
I'll tell you a funny story about that bridge in my experience. My son turned 13, and when I was working, of course, I had a lot more money than I do now. But for his 13th birthday, I brought him to New York for his very first Yankees game. I was in a brand new car that my car had been totaled, and between what I got in insurance money and whatever, I bought a nice car. And when I told people I was going to drive to New York, they said, well, where are you going to park your car? I said, probably near the hotel. Where are you staying? And I said, well, at that time we were staying at the Burlington. And they said, well, good luck with that. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I absolutely was in shock when I got put on the Brooklyn Bridge by mistake, and I barely could come up for air. I was gasping in fear and horror, and I got so turned around from one bridge to, I didn't know New York had that many bridges, and I'm going over this bridge and back
20,
over that bridge,
21
and
bridges.
my God,
We
that
got
was
21.
yeah. You don't want to be on a bridge as an outsider, and you don't want to be driving your car in New York. I actually saw a florist truck. The guy got out of the truck, unloaded the flowers into the shop, and brought out empty containers before the light changed. And I said, oh dear God, I've never seen it, and I've never forgotten it.
that's that's every day.
Yeah.
What you just described, that's like every day, and that's a normal over here. Like
Oh,
people just double park. They stop. They unload their crates. What is it for? Either the supermarket, grocery store, Amazon, you name it. They do it. Double park, and they take their time.
yeah. Well, my son was 13. He is now 45. And when we go to New York now, we fly.
No more cars.
No. And the next time I go to New York, I'm letting you know.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, everybody. We have 10 more minutes. I would like to thank everybody for showing up and being a part of this program. It's been amazing. And thank you, Mail Basins, for helping me and um, reaching out to me, basically, for this program. Thank you so
We really
much.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
You're very welcome, everybody. I can't wait to do this again in the near future, hopefully.
Yep, absolutely. And as soon as we, I guess, as soon as we leave the meeting, I'll start the processing the video and uploading it and send everyone the email.
I'll send you the images right now.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share. I'm gonna share just to share. Let's see if I have here. Where did I put it? I gotta save my presentation. Okay, here you go. Thank you so much, Barbara. It's
You're
been,
welcome.
thank you. All right, so these are all the images right here.
Oh, I didn't get that monkey.
This one.
Yeah.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
He's like, what should I do next? Yeah, he's a cutie. I love his ears. And
I think you chose it for the eyes.
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You know me well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love eyes. I can't help it. They just so I love the darkness in them, and just that little bit of glare in it. It just brings it to life.
Yeah.
What else I got? We got all these other pieces. It's amazing how many pieces we did. Uh,
I have 2 to do.
which ones?
The monkey and the one today.
No, okay. Send me it when you're done. I want to see.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. It'll be a few days.
I know you quick.
Uh,
Yes. You I send you the homework by the next day, like probably after the next day you already have it done, and I get it in my email, and I'm like, that was quick.
well, I blocked time to do your class, to do the homework.
Yes, I know you're very observant.
Well, I take a lot of pictures.
Uh, I'm probably like part of the family already.
Yep.
You got pictures of me in the house, and like,
Yeah, and your hairy arm.
oh, you're like, oh, this is the artist that, yeah, he's part of the family already. I got him. I got a portrait of him.
My girlfriend asked me who was painting, and I said, "Oh, that's Freddy." And she goes, "And you can just tell that." I said, "Well, he's got the hairiest arm of all my teachers."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because if I shave it, then it's gonna come back even more. I don't want to do that.
Oh no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Then I'll really have like a furry arm.
Yes.
But it keeps me warm in the winter, so. But all right, everybody. Have a good night. I see you next time.
Thank you, Christina.
Enjoy your
Thank you so
cinema.
much,
Thank you,
Christina.
Freddie.
Thanks,
Stay
Christina.
hydrated. Don't stay in the sun too long.
No,
Have a great summer, everybody.
have a
Yeah.
nice summer. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.